Hey guys, SoG Frost Bite back again with another tips and tricks video, and in this episode I'll just be talking about how to use recon non-aggressively. I'll show you guys how to use it aggressively, but first off, what I really want to start out is just saying that the SV98 and the L96 are probably one of the best snipers in the game. You can use that are really accurate, other than the M98B, but those are just the two ones that I usually use a lot. Now, what I would usually do is you want to get on like a higher point of the map, and not necessarily camp there, but just stay in in an area that's pretty effectively, so that way you can just stay back and get a good view of the map, and just spot enemies with your back button too will always help. Now, one key point that I want to show you guys is making reference points. Now, let's say you have a enemy up in A, and you don't really know, I mean, you see them, but your enemies don't, or your friends don't, my bad. You could just say reference point, the foam blocks over there. 10 meters left of those foam blocks, and they'll just be like those. Your friends will say okay, and they'll spot them. They'll be like way over there, and you could either take the shot or just tell them where they are. But if you know they can't see them, like if he went in hiding, you can just say reference point, 10 meters across the street next to the truck with the foam blocks. You can just say that. That'll work too to help you communicate with the team. But on Grand Bazaar, there's not that much points of what you want to get into, but you always want to get on like spots that are not necessarily safe, but that have been cleared out, and like probably up on here too, like up on these. Like you could just camp up here and stuff, or better yet, just get on the Overwatch over here to watch up over A. I mean, that's what I call it. I call it Overwatch because you kind of get like the whole point of everything up in here. It's like the high tower too. So you can just pretty much see guys that are over there. You can say reference point, the broken bus on their spawning, or just over the market. Pretty much, that's basically how it works for reference points. Okay, next guys, I'm gonna be talking about basically placement of where your team should be. Basically, you should just stay behind your team, but not like high enough. Like over here is perfect because you can basically see everything, even up onto the next overpass, which is enemy deployment overpass, or just EDP or EDO or whatever. You can call it whatever you want. I don't care. But over here, I mean, you can just see over kind of B because that's kind of where they spawn. They spawn up in there, so you can just be like spot them and just try and like kill them, but don't kill them, but just try and injure them, or just pick them off and spot them over there, and then say reference point, blue container, middle blue container up, whatever. It really doesn't matter like that. Well, I mean it does matter, but you just really gotta communicate with the team. And yeah. And what I really don't see people using that much is their crosshairs. Like, let's say the first crosshair on the left goes to the bottom two crosshairs, so that way it's like there. If you basically what you want to do is you just want to shoot in between. If they're moving, you want to. Okay, here's a tip. Okay, the horizontal crosshairs with the dots, that's how far you want to place ahead. The points on the crosshairs you go up and down. You want to go up. So basically, you just want to predict where they are. Use the points on the crosshairs to basically just anticipate their movements. And I'll have one of my friends sew that here in just a second. Okay guys, this next part that I'm going to show you is when you're in close quarters and you can't use your sniper because you have a sniper scope and not really another thing. So basically what you want to do is when you're in this, you probably want to find like a warning shot or whatever just to like suppress them, and then safety start trying to kill me. We'll try to. Now for your second day you want to have the M3R, as you can see here, the 44 mag with or without scope, or the G18 suppressed, because you really want to stay under the radar. Because that's kind of like the whole point, is when you're being good recon, is you really just want to be really stealthy, because that's kind of like the whole point. And another part that people don't really think about is if you're a sniper, you really just want to lead your team to where they want to go. For example, let's just say you're up here and the objectives are a little bit over there, whatever, or they're down there, and there's too many enemies. So like, let's just say safety, why don't you get over behind that barricade over there and act like you're trying to kill some of my teammates. Not me, but some of my teammates. Okay, basically if they're following there, you can just spot them, and if they're not moving, you're just going to be trying to kill them and just injure them, or go for a headshot, which I failed to do in the first time, but I got a headshot there. So that's basically how you should do it, to the point where it's going to help out your team and not just be a complete little douchebag where you're just getting high kill streaks and that kind of thing, because it's kind of stupid. So now basically just take the skills that I've shown you and then just take it on from there, and feel free to leave a comment, or comment on how you should get better. Oh yeah, and I also forgot, when somebody else is trying to snipe you, basically what you want to do is you just want to duck as fast as you possibly can, duck back out, fire off some warning shots, not warning shots, but just try and get some hit markers, injure them, and then just make yourself move as much as possible, even when you're in your scope, so you can just be like that. Make yourself a harder target to hit, just aim in, and then, well, there. And I'm out of ammo, so thanks guys for watching, and as I was saying, please leave a comment on your own tips, or what you think you should do as a sniper, and how you should, just help out your team. Thanks guys. Durka durka durka.